Hey guys, my name's Lauren and in today's video I'm going to be talking all about the Foxface fish. Before we get into all of that, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the bell so that you're notified when I'm uploading new videos. And as always, a massive thank you to everyone that has followed me and subscribed. And yeah, all of my supporters, it means the absolute world, so thank you. For those of you who have seen my Those of you who have seen my last couple of videos, you will have seen I have a brand new build happening and I'm super excited to bring you guys along the journey, showing you every single step of the way setting up that brand new tank. For those of you who haven't seen those videos yet, I will start a playlist specifically for that tank. But here is the video to get you started. So I am still waiting on a couple of key pieces of equipment to actually get that build up and running, like my return pump. But with COVID, that's delaying things a lot at the moment with shippings. But hopefully within the next week or two, I'll be able to give you the next installment of my new build. I quite often get asked about specific fish and corals in my tank, and that's why I'm wanting to do these videos, sharing what my experience has been like having them in the tank, and if I would recommend them or not for other people to get. So that's why I'm wanting to do these videos. I realized when I was preparing for this video and I was looking back on old footage of my Foxface that I've almost had him for a year now, and he's such a gentle little soul. I love this fish so much. As you can see from these videos, he has grown quite substantially in the last year. So these are videos from my 2-foot tank that he used to be in just under a year ago. And then when I moved them into this big tank behind me, and my goodness, look at the rock when I first added it in. I actually made that rock from scratch. So if you're interested in that, here's the link to that video. But yeah, that was my DIY rock for this tank. But yeah, out of all the fish in my tank, my Foxface has definitely been up there with one of the least aggressive fish and also one of the easiest and the hardiest to keep. So, out of all the bigger fish that you can get for your tank, I reckon a Foxface is a great choice for people. I guess a tang alternative would be a yellow tang. And I know this isn't going to be the case forever. Yellow tangs are about $1,000 each at the moment. I'd love to hear if you've got a yellow tang before they went up in price. Let me know how much you bought yours for, or if you ended up buying a yellow tang for $1,000, let me know. I mean, I love yellow tangs and I really, really want one now. Obviously that they are $1,000, I want one more. But, you know, with tangs, it's not always an option for everyone's tank. And that's where I think a Foxface is an excellent sort of substitute. You're still getting that beautiful yellow color, but they're way hardier and way more peaceful than your tangs. In fact, when I first added in a couple of tangs into my tank, my Foxface, when the tangs were fighting, would actually get in between them and sort of diffuse the fight. My Foxface, at least, is definitely the peacemaker of my tank, and if the tangs are having a go, he will always get in the middle and flare his spine. And their spines are actually venomous, so don't go trying to pick one up with your hands. I don't know why you'd want to, but anyway, don't try and pick them up with your hands. That's something I've really loved about my Foxface, the fact that he's been the peacemaker and such a chilled out fish. He eats everything under the sun. He loves his seaweed nori that I feed for my tangs and stuff like that. And he just picks and grazes at algae on the rocks all day as well. So they really are a great addition to any tank, I think. These guys will turn a camouflage color at nighttime when they're sleeping. It's like a defense mechanism to sort of help them blend in at night. Or when they're feeling stressed, they will also change into a more camouflage color. Yeah, I see a lot of people getting alarmed when they see their Foxface is, you know, changed color, but most of the time, especially if it's at night time, it's completely natural, and it's just what they do. I haven't found any issues with my Foxface going after corals. I know some people have issues with them going after corals, but I feel like more than likely you're going to be just fine. I feel like maybe there might be the odd cases where their Foxface has gone after their corals, but most of the time they are reef safe. And I think if you feed them really well and keep them all plumped up and chunky, you shouldn't have a problem with them going after your corals. Depending on the species, these guys can get between 6 to 15 inches long. So if you've got a smaller tank, try and get one on the smaller side of that scale. Compared to tanks, you definitely don't need as much swimming space for these guys, but definitely 200 litres or more will do just fine for these guys. But yeah, obviously always keep an eye on it, and it does depend on the type of species of foxface or rabbitfish that you get. But yeah, all in all, it's been an absolute pleasure to have this guy in the tank. But I would love to hear from you. What has your experience been? Definitely comment below. I'd love to hear the good and the bad of having these in your tank. But yeah, in my experience, they have been such a great addition to my tank. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video on foxface fish. Don't forget, if you are new, to subscribe, and we will see you next time.